After last year's economic slowdown and the outward movement of the dollar to safer destinations, now it is the turn of the drought and with it the sudden hike of the food prices. With the consumer price index hovering in double digits for the last year and a half, it certainly has impacted the shallow pockets of the Indian lower middle class. Can you tell me how the rise in the food prices has affected your life?
Well, it's getting one. Food items are now very expensive. Now we have to pay more, and it's like earlier what we, like for example egg bhuji, which we used to pay 10 rupees. Now it become 15 rupees. Means our salary is the same, but our expenditure on food is increased like anything, and it's very difficult to cope up.
This problem has percolated to the bottom of the pyramid and has affected the Aam Aadmi, the most of which this government proclaims to represent.
कुछ चीज़ महंगा हो रखा है, इसकी वजह से हमें भी महंगा करना पड़ा। सब चीज़ में रेट बढ़ा रखी है। आगे से इतना महंगा आ रहा है, इसकी वजह से कस्टमर भी बहुत कम आ रहे हैं और जो आ रहे हैं वो भी नहीं खा के जा रहे हैं क्योंकि रेट ज़्यादा हो रखा है।
Due to the increase in the food prices, the daily wages are facing problems. The rise in the price of the vegetables are causing a rise in the price of their daily intakes. The upper and the middle class may not be affected by it, but the not so privileged ones are definitely getting affected. This is Joydeep Chakraborty with cameraman Rahul reporting for NDTV 24/7.
That was good, right? Well, to air that, you need a lot of hard work and technical skills. So let's find out how it's done.
Now let's move on to ingesting. To ingest, we need a VTR. A VTR is a videotape recorder that can record video material. To ingest, we need to insert the tape into the adapter. We insert the tape like this, click and push it in like this with the arrow pointing downwards. Let's move on to editing. After inserting the tape, we open the editing software. We use Avid Media Composer. It's a non-linear editing system, which means we can access any frame in the video clip with the same ease. Once we open Avid, we see a pop-up window where we select New Project and name the project. Check the Matchback box and press OK. After we press OK, we see a bin created with the same name. In this, the ingested footage is saved. To ingest, you need to capture the footage using the Capture tool. To get the Capture tool, press Ctrl 7. Capture tool provides controls for queuing, marking and logging footage. Before capturing, it is important to name the tape on the dialog box that appears. In the Capture tool, it's very important to name each and every shot that we ingest. Make sure the V, A1 and A2 buttons are highlighted. A1 and A2 are the audio channels and V is the video channel. Click play on the VTR and press the capture button to ingest. The red highlight shows ingest in progress. Press escape to stop capturing. After we have ingested all the shots in the bin, we move on to editing to make the final story. To edit the footage, we need to double click on the saved clip to play it. Now press I to mark the in point and O for the out point. This helps to select the desired part of the clip. Now press B to bring it onto the timeline. Now let's learn how to delete a certain portion of the footage. Again, select in point and out point and press X. You can also delete a certain part of the footage by selecting the segment tool. Now moving on to audio. First, we need to import an audio clip into the bin. We do this by selecting Import from the File menu. Now right-click on the timeline, select New Audio Track, deselect the other tracks on the timeline. Mark in point and out point. And press B to bring it on the timeline. To arrange the audio levels, click onto Tools and select Audio Mixer. This helps to adjust the sound levels. The odd channels, that is A1, A3 and A5, are for recording natural sounds, sound bites and music. Here the level should be set between -26 and -30. And even channels, that is A2, A4 and so on, are for recording voiceovers. The VO level should be between 0 and +6. Now let's move on to video effects. The most used effect is dissolve. To use this effect, get the cursor at the required position on the timeline. Go to the quick transition option, select dissolve from the drop-down menu. Set the frames. Select add and render the effect. Play clip to see the effect. To add text to your footage, go to Tools, select Title Tools. A window opens. Type the desired text and select Save Title As. Name the title and click Save. The file gets saved and automatically comes into the bin. Double-click it to play it in the source window. Set in point and out point. And press B to bring it on the timeline. Play clip to see the rendered effect.
As you know, editing is a broad subject with the help of which you can introduce motion effects, do color correction, crop images and a lot of other unimaginable things. But I think whatever I've explained is sufficient enough to make good sequences.